Hello everyone, good morning. It is the 15th of December. It's at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock showing the Spider-Man No Way Home. I am so excited, nervous, anticipating a lot of things. Connor's already on his way. I'm going to meet him there. So, let's go see Spider-Man. Oh my God, please be good. Madam, what year is this? Spider-Man fever!
We're literally outside the
cinema. So early, isn't it?
We've never been here this early.
We're actually seeing a film together for the first time since the last Spider-Man.
Or Doolittle even.
So stay tuned for the live review of Enchanto.
Christmas Eve. That's coming Christmas Eve on Disney Plus.
Yes, I know.
Free of charge.
So let's go inside. Madam. We're in. It's about to start any minute, so we'll let you know.
Copyright.
We'll mute it. We'll let you know what it's like when we get out. See you soon. Oh my God, that was incredible. So I've literally the time is 3 minutes to 12. I have just walked out of Spider-Man No Way Home. Connor has just gone back in because he was already meant to see it at 12 o'clock, but decided to come with me as well. So he's literally just processed that film and he's got to go straight back into it. So hopefully he drops me a video, and that's somewhere here just after me. But that was absolutely incredible. It's hard to talk about it without spoilers because as you could imagine, the universe, well, technically, everyone in this universe has been waiting for this film. It's hard to sort of say anything, but there's been a lot of fan theories online. A lot of them are right, a lot of them are wrong. You're going to have to go and see the film to find out which ones are which. But I really did like this film. I'm going to have to let it sit for a bit. I do want to see it again, but I do kind of... I feel sorry for Connor because he's not had time to sort of process what's happening and adjust his opinion to go back in, because he's literally just going to be hit with it again, which I don't know. We'll see how that sort of, if that changes his opinion or not when he comes out of it and when we talk about it. It is good. It is very good. It's not a perfect film. There is nostalgia for obvious reasons, the villains that are in it, and there's some nice surprises in there. Some of them you'll have seen coming, or will have wanted to come, or will be expecting to come in some way. There is some payoff for all 20 years of the Spider-Man universe. So whether you're a fan of the Sam Raimi trilogy, the web duology, the John Watts films, John Watts does just shout out because he does a fantastic job juggling all of these plates. Yeah, I don't think no one was really disserviced. There's a couple of things I'm kind of a little bit sort of narked about and how it was handled in terms of something, because obviously some villains get more screen time than others, and I'll kind of go into that when we talk about it in the podcast. But no, it was everything. We laughed, we cried, we clapped, we cheered. It was the closest we're going to get to being in a cinema in America, because everyone's too pompous to I can't show emotion. But the screening, it wasn't packed, but it was quite a full screening, and everyone was happy. There was talking, there was discussions with everyone, there was enjoyment. There was 2 post-credit scenes. One of them setting up, we didn't really set anything. Well, it kind of sets up for the future of this franchise. What that will be after the end of this, I don't really know, because it's kind of wrapped everything up in a nice way that it can continue, and hopefully will continue, because obviously we know there's another trilogy coming. Whether that be completely in the MCU, I don't know, because if this makes as much money, it will make more money than Far From Home. That's a given. Once this comes out in America, and then once you give it a week, and once spoilers will be within the marketing for them to go and push more people to see the film, once that embargo is lifted, same happened with Endgame. Once you know who's in it and who's not in it, because there is some people will be disappointed by who's not in it as much as they're excited by who is in it. once they start marketing that way, it's going to make a lot more money than Far From Home. That's guaranteed. And the whole thing that happened with Far From Home was Sony was then like, fuck it, we'll pull them out of the MCU. Will they do that with this one? I don't know. They've left it in a way so that if there is never another contract negotiation, both the MCU and Spider-Man can continue. But they're better together, guys. Come on. I mean, the whole reason that the Spider-Man films are making this much money is because of everyone working together. That's the thing that's made this happen. It happened from Civil War to now. Having Spider-Man in this universe has been so much more because it's a different perspective. Like, that's what you get. A lot of this film is the responsibility of being Spider-Man. Like, Tom Holland plays it so well. Zendaya and Jacob Batalon are great. Benedict Cumberbatch is great. Not in it as much as I would have liked, which is a shame. But Tom Holland's he's just so good at playing that version of Peter Parker. You know, we're finally getting... We've never really felt like New York, how New York feels about Spider-Man. We got that in the Raimi trilogy. We got that in Mark Webb with the whole thing because of the Bugle. The Bugle was used as sort of like a lightning rod conductor of opinions because J. Jonah Jameson would use the paper as, you know, like, he's a menace. He's a menace to the entire city. But other people would be like, you know, I kind of like what he stands for. My kid looks up to him, kind of things. We got that in both of those universes. Even though the Bugle was a lot more prominent, obviously, in the Sam Raimi trilogy. And we sort of... That plays... Again here, it's he's J. Jonah Jameson doing the same sort of thing. He's great, by the way. J.K. Simmons, as always, fucking knocks it out of the park. I love how they're using him as kind of... He starts off as just sort of like a YouTuber conspiracy theorist kind of thing, but then is, you know, it's gaining more and more traction, and it's amazing. So he does that kind of thing again. It's like, but obviously with picking up with Peter Parker Spider-Man and using that as like trying to rally people against him, but it is more of a split. It isn't just everyone hates Peter. It's, but look at all the good things he's done. Oh, but like, he killed Mysterio. Mysterio was right. Like, he's killed Mysterio and he's tried to help people. It's like that whole thing comes into play, and it's the responsibility of what that does to his friends, what that does to his family, what that does to everyone that's important in his life. And I think that aspect plays really well. The thing I was worried about was, yes, we've got all these villains coming back. Like, Willem Dafoe is amazing as Green Goblin. Alfred Molina, as always, is just fantastic in most things he's in. And as Doc Ock is once again an amazing turn. Jamie Foxx gets more to do as Electro, more to chew on. It is a bit of a weird juxtaposition thing of him now looking completely different. And they do sort of, in parts of the film, take the piss a bit out of the other films about what characters used to look like, what things do, what things don't do. Lizard and Sandman are good. I'm not entirely convinced... I don't know if this is a spoiler. I'm not entirely convinced that Rhys Ifans is the Lizard, because his voice sounds slightly different. It might just be where the fact that, you know, it's been 8-9 years since he played the Lizard, so it might just be an age thing. And it was the same with Thomas Hayden Church, but obviously they're using his likeness in the CG, and it does sound it sounds more Sandman. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Thomas Hayden Church. Rhys Ifans, I'm a bit 50-50 on if it's definitely him as Lizard. There's some stuff in that I'll talk about, because I think they didn't get as much as I think they could have deserved. The Jamie Foxx thing was a bit sort of like, he felt like two different characters, apart from some references to obviously his universe. But Jamie Foxx was fantastic and Willem Dafoe really is the standout as the villains. The plot, so having the plot be that all these villains are coming back, it didn't make me care, because Spider-Man has no affiliation or reason to, like, he doesn't know any of these people. Like, he doesn't know of an Otto Octavius. Like, there isn't, as far as we know, yet a Norman Osborn in this universe, or an Octavius, or a Max Dillon, or Flint Marko, etc. So whether that gets rectified later on and we get our own versions of these characters, because that's what we all wanted, our own versions of these characters that would maybe played by the same character, because you can't do Norman Osborn without Willem Dafoe, and he proves it again. Like, he's fantastic, he's absolutely wonderful in what he does, and the whole Jekyll and Hyde thing really comes into play a lot more in this one. They all seem like they've just come, the benefit of them meant to have come in straight out of their films is that they all look like and act as if, you know, they've just come out of 2002, 2004, 2014, 2012. They all seem like they've just been plucked out of time, and it's great. It really is. I'm really positive, and I'm gonna go home, stew on it for a while. I may see it again tonight. And then the pace, like, it just, half an hour in, a lot had happened, and it was like, there's still about 2 hours left, and it rips along. It's good. I want to let it settle for a bit, see if my opinions change, go see it again, and I think it will sort of then cement itself. Is it the best MCU film of the year? I think nostalgia and fan service will play a big part in your opinion of it, because obviously the reason everyone loved Avengers Endgame, because it culminated this story. It brought all these characters together, and it had all these ties to the saga as a whole while setting up the future. Spider-Man does a lot of that. When they refer to it as Spider-Man Endgame, it does kind of feel like that. It does very much feel like the end of this version of Spider-Man, where the new trilogy starts and picks up from. I can't wait to see. Tom Holland is fabulous, but a lot of the nostalgia in it will sort of either throw you off of it, or it will just be like, oh yeah, like, this is amazing just because these villains are in it, and like some other amazing references to old movies that I like. But when you look upon it, it's probably a high, like, it's up, but it's not at the top for me. Like, I don't know if it's at the top. It might get there with the rewatch, because a lot of it, like, I did laugh at some bits, I cried at some bits because of my affiliations with the old films, like when they would reference things, and it would be like, it's relying on you to know the last 20 years of Spider-Man in film, and because I do, and because I love it, I don't want to just look at it through rose-tinted glasses, is kind of what I'm saying. So I don't want to overcompensate, but I don't want to just say, yeah, it's the best movie ever made, because it's very close. I would say, and it's a solid at the moment on one viewing, 9.5 to a 9. Like, so I can't wait to see it again. I hope you guys all go and see it. I'm gonna go home now because I got up at 7 o'clock to go and see this, just so I could get it on time. And that's it. I look forward to it. Let us know what you think of Spider-Man No Way Home if you go and see it, you guys. Yeah, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye. Oh, TalkSport's on. Oh dear. No one wants to hear Simon Jordan, just in general. Thanks everyone. See you next time. Bye bye.